Hey, what's up? Jamie Jameson here in Costa Rica. Not sure how I ended up here, but I'm grateful to be here. Like, I can tell you one thing, it has a lot to do with this instrument. The guitar has taken me all over the world. It's created the most amazing relationships in my life. It's invited me to the most amazing parties. I've been super blessed because of music, and I'm the first generation musician in my family. So it's not like this was passed down. At 13, 14 years old, I was introduced to a power chord on an electric guitar, and it changed my life forever. I became addicted to playing it because I loved the vibrations that came out. I loved the feeling. I loved the ability to just write songs with something so simple as a power chord and counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the time I was a little skater punk, so that music was appealing to me, you know? And as I got older, I started to understand that as I learned popular music, I could unite rooms full of strangers and be an entertainer and bring people together with the joy of music, and it's really been a blessing. So I just want to pay homage to music, to the creator, to all the sounds and vibrations and intentions that are out there through music that have got me here to where I am today. It's been my best friend, it's been my therapist, it's been my lover, it's never cheated on me. I've always had this ability to tap into this really beautiful connection. I want to be able to share with you my love for this instrument and what it's done for me. It's became my best friend. It's been a healthy addiction. It's replaced things in my life that were not as healthy for me. I've always had this connection, this therapy session, this meditation, this intention setting ability with vibrations and frequencies and words and lyrics to speak my truth, to be authentic and real and raw with myself and then with other people and connect other people. Because at our core, we are vibration, we are frequencies, and I think that this is a really great place to come together. And music and guitar have created so many communities, not just guitar, but mandolin, ukulele, like cello, piano, like all music instruments have created micro communities throughout the world of people speaking their truth through music. And it's a really beautiful thing. When you meet another original artist, it's just like, yeah, that guy inspires me because he's really tapped in to his authentic expression. That's really powerful. And so I want to do that for you. This goes beyond Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, all of those scale modes. This goes beyond A minor 7, flat 5. We're not even going to use that terminology because it's confusing, and it separates us. Like, it separates us and puts us in different levels of understanding, but it's an illusion. You don't need to know these words. You don't need to know how to read music to be a proficient musician. I am living proof of this. I went to music college and I dropped out because I was like, this isn't for me. This is basically a bunch of academics coming together and thinking about stuff. But music, don't think, just play. Connect to yourself, connect to your authentic self. And I want to express myself unapologetically. And the best way for me to do that is to find my own connection personally with the guitar and with these 12 notes. There's names for these notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The Nashville number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A, B, C, D, E, F, right? There's names for these scales. Lydian, Mixolydian. There's names and terms for all of this to be able to communicate like rocket scientists or doctors, but we're not doctors or rocket scientists. We're just humans, and we need something to express ourselves with. So I'm gonna break down all of this into a simple approach that gives you immediate access to this instrument and makes you become a guitarist just by doing this, having a guitar in your hand. If you don't have a guitar, get one. Have one at your access, because you're gonna become addicted to this instrument, and it's gonna be the most healthy thing you could ever do for yourself. You're not gonna wanna go play video games, you're not gonna go wanna look at your social media, you're gonna wanna focus on this. And to take it to a step further, I'm gonna put a blindfold on, and I'm gonna teach you how to master every scale and mode with a blindfold on. And then once we go through scales and modes, I'm gonna teach you how to move them to different keys. And then I'm gonna teach you how to sing every note. Because this is hand-ear coordination. So we've got the cage sequence, right? But do you know all of the scale patterns in between that on the cage sequence? It's one thing to be able to move a chord to 5 different positions, but it's another thing to know where you're at on the fretboard at all times. It's another thing to know the names of the notes if you need to relate that to another professional musician in a studio situation or in a live band situation. I'm gonna be able to give you access to all of this terminology and this intuition without having to go and get into student loan debts at a college. And I know what's applicable in the real world. I make a lot of money doing music and I don't have a job. I haven't had a job or had to work for anybody in a long time. That's a whole nother story. But right now I want to focus on this one string and that one vibration that resonates with this right here. So the vibration of this guitar creates a mood. It's creating vibration. Like Om is like the sound of creation. The sound of the cicada that just kicked in is actually creating a vibration to fertilize the earth with sound so that the trees can grow. And these cicadas, there may be a few right now that you hear, but as you go further up into the mountains, you'll hear thousands of them, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of them, waking the earth up, massaging the earth's surface to bring the plants up. So every vibration has an intention behind it. Every vibration has a purpose, right? Every word that you have, but that you say has an intention behind it. So using intention and vibration is what music is. So all you really need is to create a vibration. And this is an E minor chord. You're gonna get more of a, on a minor chord, you're gonna get more of a sadder or darker sound, like, I know my soul needs to grow, right? Something like that. But if you hit a E major, it's like, the sun likes to come out at the most opportune times. And I could shift the intention of my lyrics according to the music. So this is song crafting, I call it. And this is something that I delved into after I became proficient with the guitar enough to where I could tap into the songwriting aspect. So the songwriting is gonna come later on, but right now I just wanna connect you with this instrument and show you how simple it is. Because as we watch these videos of these proficient players like shredding, right? It's confusing and it's like, oh, I'll never be able to do that, so I'm just gonna put the guitar down. No, those guys, they're on a different level, obviously, but the reason why they got there is because they love the instrument. They're addicted to playing the instrument. It's a meditation for them. That's where they spend their time and their energy because they love it. So that's what I want to do for you. I want to make this guitar addicting for you, a healthy addiction that takes you away from the video games, takes you away from your dependency on social media. I want you to be able to be okay with like putting your phone down and putting it in another room and creating a no phone zone and sitting with your instrument and bonding with this and authentically expressing yourself, becoming your best therapist and being authentic and real and raw and real with yourself and talking about your life. Like, where am I at right now? Like, am I happy? Am I sad? What am I feeling? What's this coming through? I'm gonna get a pencil and a piece of paper and I'm gonna be like, hey, right now I'm feeling this heat in my abdomen and it feels like that time I felt when I was with this girl at this place. And you know, whatever, you can get descriptive with the adjectives and the words. That's the wordsmith part. But as far as making this music and creating sound and vibration using intention to move people, this is a very easy thing to do. All you have to do is speak your truth and know 3 chords. It can be a minor chord to speak about deeper, like more emotional stuff, or it can be a major chord to talk about gratitude. I am so grateful. And sometimes my voice is on, sometimes it's not. But I just want to talk about what's present for me right now. And I know that you do too. It's like your own therapist. So welcome to the world of music, songwriting. This is where you get to be authentically raw and real with yourself and with your family and your friends and the world. And just stop apologizing, just unapologetically being yourself and tapping into your creativity. And I want to say this, being out in nature and taking deep breaths and getting back in touch with nature in whatever form that is so important to the longevity and the health and the sustainability of your life. And when you have music and you combine these, like right now my bare feet are on the ground and I'm connected to the earth. So this also helps my flow. As you notice, the cicada stopped. And that silence in between the notes is where we start to realize we're alive again. And when you invade that space of silence, it's important to do it with intention. It's important to do it with something that means something that you want to say. Intention in everything that we do in life. The alchemy that we have, the resources we have, the elements, the fire, the water, the air, the earth, the spirit, the music. You know, this is bigger than just playing Wonderwall at a party or Simple Man at a campfire. This is about connecting the human spirit, connecting us as humans. One love, one light. We are all the same on the inside. And music is the catalyst. Music is the connector for that. That's how powerful and important you are as a musician. And there's a responsibility to that, to do something with that silence that means something, not just fill it up with whatever. And when you can go and sit down and write out your lyrics and everything that you feel about a certain situation that's bothering you, you release that situation, you manifest it, and you put it out into the world, and you process that. I can't tell you how many times I've dealt with heartbreak in my life. I've dealt with chaos in my family, or I've dealt with relationships or things in my life that just killed me, and it put me in a fetal position. But I got a song out of it, and that song touched people at the deepest level, and that was the reward. So your story and everything that you have to say and share about your life so far is valuable to people. So as we take these situations in our life that we may see as negative or hard, and we turn them into music, it's almost like a redemption for all of the hardship and the heartbreak that's ever happened to me, you know, walking through that and turning it into music, turning it into art, even if it's not music, a painting or a poem. But this is about tapping into that inner alchemist, that inner creative higher self, and flowing with that, and sitting in gratitude for the human experience, and expressing everything about all of it, the bad, the good, all of it, and then loving ourselves, and then expressing that, and then loving other people, and accepting ourselves for who we are right now. You know, this goes way deeper than just hitting some notes. This goes way deeper than learning music theory. This is about music application. Don't think, just play. It's a great time to be alive. I mean, that's a simple term right there, right? And I'm so grateful for this life. I'm not sure what I did to deserve it, but I'll gladly take it. There's no need in trying to